Hello and welcome to the weather update. It is April 18th, 2019. Sorry I couldn't do a weather update the past couple of days. That as you know, I've been busy enjoying the nice weather, trying to enjoy the nice weather because now the weather's not going to be so nice. And At least for us, fortunately, it wasn't that hot today. But over in Jersey, it's much warmer over here in Jersey, and we're going to actually take a look at some of the high temperatures today. Let's rewind this back to around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You'll see how much hotter it was there. So look at this. So you'll see here, Long Island was mainly in the 50s, maybe near 60, but as you go into Jersey, they were well into the 70s today, and even some close to 80-degree readings in Jersey. So, because there is a warm front parked right over here, as you can see. And luckily for us, we're getting like sort of a backdoor front, like I was talking about a couple of days ago, that was keeping us cool. But for Jersey, it was hot today, very hot. And that's glad I wasn't there. And I think it was humid too. Let's take a look at those dew points because they're up there too, as well. So we're gonna look at that. And yeah, it's kind of humid there. Dew points were much higher there in the 60s. For us, dew points were in the 40s, but they're coming up now a little higher as the humidity is starting to increase, and this warm front's going to try to make its way into our area. Looking at the Wonder Map, you can also see the temperatures here. Again, much warmer over Jersey, 50s over Long Island, but in Jersey, still, even at this hour, they're in the mid to upper 60s, and maybe even a couple of 70-degree readings. Absolutely insane there. It is so hot in Jersey. It's just ridiculous, and it's just getting much hotter because climate. Luckily for us here on Long Island, we have the cooler ocean waters that are just offshore to moderate the heat for us. But for folks inland, they don't have anything like that, so they got to suffer, and that's what's going on. So I'm going to actually take a look at some of the high temperatures today in Jersey from some of the official National Weather Service websites. So right now in Toms River, it's still 67 degrees. And let's see what it hit there. It hit, right, they don't actually have the high temperature reading, but it was in the mid 70s. So much warmer there. And if you go even further west than that, and you take a look at Fort Dix, which will go closer to Trenton, it was probably even warmer there. So we'll take a look at that. Still 73 at McGuire Air Force Base, and it hit 80. It hit 80 there. 80 degrees in April. That's crazy. So in parts of Jersey got close to 80 or above. I think Philadelphia hit 81 today, which is insane for April. It's not supposed to be like this. It's like summer now. It's like summer starts in April. So looking at the skies, we'll look at the skies and show you the skies that we've had today. You could see that we had the clouds over us, which protected us. However, it was sunny in Jersey, but a lot of high clouds. It was not like a nice looking sky, very hazy looking sky. Now, the past 2 days were fairly decent. Yesterday we had some high clouds around, but it was scattered, and it really scattered out by the afternoon, and we actually had a fairly clear sky by the afternoon, which was pretty nice. And of course, the 16th was completely clear and beautiful. That was the day we went to did that walk in Robert Cushman Murphy Preserve and visited EPCAL. So let's take a look and see what's going to be happening from now on. So you can see here the high is in that position, and we're going to start to get that southwest humid flow. And we have this strong low pressure system. It's going to basically be a repeat of what we had Sunday night and a Monday with this very strong low pressure system and strong southerly LLJ with the low going up west of the Appalachians. And it's going to kind of get stuck there for a little bit. So Saturday looks like it's probably going to be cloudy with rain, heavy rain probably in the morning, and then maybe just clouds by the evening. And then for your Easter Sunday, it's still going to be cloudy, and there could be a chance of showers as this cutoff low just hangs out over us. And then maybe it finally moves away by Monday into Tuesday, and we'll get back into some sunshine. But for the most part, you can see here a lot of unsettled weather that's going to be happening. Maybe a few nice days here and there, but still rather unsettled. So let's get a little closer into our area and take a look what the temperatures will be doing over the next couple of days. So we will take a look at the temperatures. So let's take a look at what's going on right now. So you can see, look at that. You can see here, look at the heat over Jersey, and then look at how much cooler it is over Long Island. It's insanity. Let's look at the heat there. It's nuts. We really got lucky here that we had this cool airflow coming off the had this backdoor front which is a backdoor front. Basically, is a comes in off the Canadian Maritimes and the Maritimes off of Maine, and it just keeps the Northeast cool. And you can see that Long Island has more of a New England climate, whereas Jersey is more mid-Atlantic. It's like a line right here almost. So let's see what's going to happen as we go into tomorrow. Unfortunately, that warmth does creep up in our direction tomorrow, and we start seeing some more of the heat tomorrow. We'll be well into the 60s, maybe some 70-degree readings up ahead of this front, and then this front is going to take its time moving through, and it's still going to be warm on Saturday, probably mid-60s, and then we cool off to still mid-60s on Sunday. So still a little bit on the mild side. It's going to be on the mild side for a while now. Looks like maybe some cooler air over Long Island on Monday, but warmer over Jersey. And then as we go into Tuesday, boy, it heats up again, folks. Mid 70s for everybody. And then it cools off again a little bit. So basically what we're dealing with here is this, so the cool days will have the backdoor fronts, but when we don't have the backdoor fronts, it's going to be warm. So that's the thing. And the other thing we can look at is the dew points too. So we're going to look at that. Let's go and look at the dew points because it's going to be humid too. On top of all this, we're going to have humidity. See, tomorrow we get into some more humidity tomorrow. You can start feeling it a little bit today, but it's going to get a lot worse tomorrow. And the dew points will be getting to the 60s. And we continue in this type of flow here. You can see dew points in the 60s. And you can see there's that front that's passing through, much drier air behind it. That's going to be a focal point for the thunderstorms. We're going to talk about that too. So humid into Saturday, then it dries out by Sunday. So let's now shift over to the NAM. We're going to actually look at the NAM model and look at what storms are going to kick off now as we deal with this. In fact, I'm going to put this radar and wind in combination in here, right? So stays dry tonight. Tomorrow we might see some really scattered, very light showers. The real activity isn't further into to the west. So, and then we start seeing some of these lines develop. Now, at least for the NAM, it looks like it doesn't have the severe weather over us. Because the thing is, this is why I include the wind. The wind is from the south. So because of more of a marine influence, maybe that'll help it keep. Maybe it won't heat up too much on Friday, and it won't heat up too much, so you won't have. Hopefully, maybe we won't see the severe activity we had on Monday. That was crazy, but you see what happens. That front gets kind of hung up on Saturday, so it's going to get kind of hung up and stall out right there as this low cuts off, and that's going to be a bit of an issue. So let's. I just want to say, I think it looks the same as. Yeah. Let's see what we have for the total accumulated rainfall. Yeah, so it's hit or miss. Some areas might see an inch, some areas might see less. It's hard to say because it's really this far in advance. It's hard to say where the thunderstorms are going to pop up. Let me look at let's go into the Ventus sky and look at some. Let's look at tomorrow night, and we're going to change this to thunderstorms, and we'll look at the Cape and see if there's any Cape that's elevated. Let's see, there is not really much Cape. Let's go into Saturday morning. Not really a whole lot of Cape, so we may not see the same kind of severe weather that we had the other day. Let me look at the lifted index as well. Yeah, there's some. It's more off to the west. So now, normally you need to have high Cape and lifted indices to get severe weather, but one or the other could cause thunderstorms. So, looks like maybe more over New Jersey. Let's see, maybe that moves a little more over toward our area. It's close enough that it bears watching. I mean, I still believe we have the potential for severe weather, and if not, at least we have high winds that we're going to be dealing with. Some of these wind speeds are going to be up, sustained around 22 miles an hour, and then we look at the gusts. It's going to be even worse. So, we're going to have a similar situation with these very high wind gusts again for Friday night into Saturday. So that's it's just ridiculous, this pattern we're in. And so I just want to actually back this up into the one to ground, and then I'm going to wrap up this weather update because there is something else in here that we'll need to look at. Our summer temperature outlook is here, and if you look at that, it looks like. I'm just going to look at this very briefly. I don't usually look at long-range outlooks because their accuracy is questionable. It's really hard to say, but what they're pretty much showing on this. Here we go. So, yeah, you can see here. I'm not going to play it, but you can see it looks like it has the red has us in the above average for the East Coast, and that indicates the pattern we're having is going to continue with the trough in the middle, and then we got this crazy ridge, and we're gonna be dying. Looks like Flagstaff will be the place to be this summer. But anyway, that's gonna wrap up this weather update. What can I tell you? I'll keep my eyes on this crazy weather, and like I said, if you can, save up your money and fly Flagstaff Pine Airways to Flagstaff. If you want to escape this humidity. Anyway, that's going to wrap up this weather update. Take care, and thank you for watching.